Hello students, welcome to Noble Digital class. We look forward to your utmost attention and dedication towards your class at your Noble platform. Using of technology in excess may be harmful for your physical and mental health. To reduce its aftermath, yoga and meditation is recommended. Students should practice these regularly. Please watch the video for 30 to 40 minutes only. Then take 5 to 10 minutes break. Close your eyes and recall the content taught by your teacher. This short break will be quite relaxing for your eyes.
Hello students, I hope everybody is safe and sound at their home and enjoying their quarantine time, obviously getting along with their studies as well. I am Udit Jain, and before starting our today's literature session, we should proceed with the thought of the day. And the thought of the day is very much relevant to today's thought of the day. Like, let's see, one small thought in the morning, one small positive thought in the morning can make all the change for your whole entire day. Obviously, one positive, one optimistic, one energetic thought that you read or you imbibe or you absorb in the morning will change your entire day. Your entire day will be based on the morning. Obviously, जब हम उठते हैं, जब हम जगते हैं, तो हमारा सबसे पहले मूड जो है, जो हमारा टेम्पर है, वो डिटरमाइन होता है by the people we are familiarizing with, by the people we are beholding, we are watching. और फिर कभी end of the day जब हमारा मूड खराब होता है, तो हम ये बोलते हैं कि आज सुबह सुबह किसका मुंह देख लिया. So obviously we should avoid all the negativity and go on with the positive note. Okay, so today we are starting with the third chapter of literature, Flamingo book, जो आपके main primary book है, that is Flamingo, and उसका third chapter, that is Deep Water. Deep Water by William Douglas. William Douglas is a very prominent, very famous author actually. And हम पढ़ेंगे उनके बारे में, we will read about the author. But first of all, let's understand the meaning of deep water and what the whole chapter is all about. Deep water is about experiencing fear. Fear हम सबको लगता है. We all experience fear. We all experience terror in our life. We know हम जो है human being है, we are human being and we are bound to be afraid of something. We are bound to be scared of something. Some people are afraid of heights, some people are afraid of dogs. Obviously, बहुत सारे जो students मुझे सुन रहे होंगे, they must be afraid of dogs. Some are afraid of fire, some are afraid of X, Y, Z. Some people are afraid of mathematics. So everybody has some kind of fear. As a child, I was afraid of ghosts. Now I'm not anymore. Obviously, I have seen so many movies, I've seen so many shows, and I know that ghosts are real or not real, or how they come, how they not come, and even if they exist, they will not come to bother me. I hope not. I hope not. So obviously, we all are afraid of something or some person or something, some object, some concept. So this story or this narration talks about a fear of water, जिसको हम hydrophobia बोलते हैं. Hydro, or everybody knows hydro word is associated with water. Water, the formula is H2O, hydrogen के 2 and oxygen के 1 element is there. So obviously the author is talking about the fear of deep water. He had a very terrible experience, very horrible experience as a child with the water, and तब से, from that day onwards, he had a deep-seated fear, he had a deep-seated terror of water inside his heart. Then he goes on talking about how he overcame the fear, how he conquered the fear. हमने Tiger King में एक word देखा था, conquered. Conquered मतलब किसी पे जीत हासिल करना, to dominate something or to win something, to overcome something. So the author, the writer talks about the fear of water, what experience he went through when he was inside the deep water, and how eventually he overcame, he conquered or he dominated that fear, how he alleviated that fear from his life, how he removed that fear from his life. So this chapter is kind of essential or necessary for your upbringing or for your growth or for your mental development. कि डर सबको लगता है, we all are afraid of something, but the important thing is we should learn to be courageous, we should learn to be brave, and we should learn to overcome that fear so that we can have success in life. हमें जिस बात से डर लगता है उसी चीज को हमें कन्फ्रंट करना चाहिए. We have to face that fear. If you are afraid of exams or writing answers in your exams, you should practice more and more at your home. You should take a stopwatch, make a 3 hours का alarm, उसमें you should install, and then you should start writing and preparing for your exam. So when you practice it, when you face your fear, obviously at home you will be afraid, oh my God, what is going to happen? You will be hyperventilating, you will be panicking. आप जो है sweat कर रहे होंगे that I am not ready to give an exam, to take an exam. But eventually, once you practice for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, a week, you will be able to overcome your fear. And obviously this chapter is going to come in your board exams in 12th class. So I am going to be talking with the aspect of board exams only. So if you are afraid of this chapter, or if you are afraid of English literature, or if you are afraid of accountancy, physics, chemistry, whatever XYZ subject, the best thing to do is to confront it. To face it. Ki chalo, today I will pick up chemistry and I will learn 5 formulas or 5 equations and I will produce them tomorrow. Obviously 5 is just a short beginning. आपके यहाँ पे 500 formulas और 500 equations आने वाले हैं. But 5 is beginning. Eventually you will go from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 100 formulas, and eventually you will learn 500 formulas, and that is growth, that is development. You are overcoming your fear. So the author talks about having the fear, experiencing the fear, and then eventually आगे जाके ultimately overcoming that fear, conquering that fear, making a victory over that fear, and that is what matters in the life. Fear सबके पास होता है. The most important thing is you are conquering that fear, you are dominating that fear, and how you dominate it, it's your success story. It's your success story. Obviously, let's take an example of Abdul Kalam. So Abdul Kalam was poor child, but he was brilliant in academics. So he was afraid that मेरे academics जो हैं, my intelligence or my intellect would go unnoticed. कि कोई मुझे नहीं पहचानेगा, no one will acknowledge me, no one would validate me. But he worked hard. He faced his fears. He worked hard in the field of science, and he became a successful scientist, and he came to be known as the Missile Man of India. So he faced his fears. Whatever fear he had, he was like, okay, I don't give a damn. I don't give any kind of acknowledgement to the society's judgment or comments. I will work hard and I will be ultimately successful. So this is a chapter of the journey towards success, of the journey towards conquering your fears. So we are starting from page number 23. So page number 23 of Flamingo, chapter number 3 by William Douglas. We are starting the chapter with the author's introduction. William Douglas was born in Maine, Minnesota. Maine, Minnesota is an American state. He was born in America. After graduating with a Bachelor's of Arts in English and Economics, he was in Bachelor in Arts, BA किया था उन्होंने उस time पे. He spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. Yakima is again a name of a city. He was a teacher of English and Economics in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. He got tired of teaching students, obviously. That's another profession, that's a very pious profession. He got tired of it. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. He became a lawyer. Then he met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale. Franklin D. Roosevelt was an American president. हम पढ़ेंगे उनके बारे में आगे इस चैप्टर में. So he was an American president, and the author William Douglas met the American president at the University of Yale. Yale University जो है वो law के लिए बहुत famous है. Harvard, Cambridge, Yale, these are universities very famous for different fields of career, and became an advisor and friend to the president. He became a close friend, he became a close acquaintance of the friend of the president, and he became his close advisor as well. Douglas was a lead advocate of individual rights. He was a lead advocate, he was a lead lawyer. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years and remains the longest serving justice in the history of the court. He provided legal services or judicial services for 36 years, which was kind of a record in American history. The following excerpt is taken from Of Men and Mountains by William O. Douglas. This following excerpt or extract, ये जो narration, ये जो chapter, ये जो lesson हमें दिया गया है, that is taken out from the book called Of Men and Mountains, which is the autobiography of William Douglas. It reveals as how a young boy, William Douglas, nearly drowned in a swimming pool. इस chapter में क्या है? It reveals, it discloses, it shows, it exhibits that how a young William Douglas जब छोटा था, जब बच्चा था, then how he almost drowned in the swimming pool. See, there are two words, drowning and sinking. Drowning is there and sinking is there. They both are same words. Drowning also means डूब जाना, sinking also means डूब जाना. But usually grammatically, drown is used for human beings, people, and sink is used for things, non-living things. So obviously we are going to use drown for William Douglas, but if we replace it with sink, it is also fine. It is also fine. In this essay, he talks about his fear of water and thereafter how he finally overcame it. He talks about fear of water, fear of deep water, hydrophobia जिसको बोल सकते हैं. Phobia means fear. P-H-O-B-I-A. Phobia means fear. Notice how the autobiographical part of the selection is used to support his discussion of fear. Autobiographical aspect क्या होता है कि ये जो narration है वो first person में होने वाला है. उसमें I और me ज़्यादा use होगा. He is narrating the story as himself, as a first person. That is why it is autobiographical. Of Men and Mountains, जो book का नाम जो दे रखा है italic fonts में, that is the autobiography of William Douglas, and he is narrating his story in a first person. Let's get on with the explanation of the chapter. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. The main incident or the main event or the main accident, misadventure happened when he was 10 or 11 years old. See, whatever the words I have written here, you have to copy it down in your notebook. We are going to use these words in our chapter, in our notebook, in our answers as well. So you should be having these written down in your notebooks. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. The memory of the William Douglas or the author is somewhat fluctuating. Was like जब मैं 10 या 11 साल का था तब ये accident हुआ था, तब जो fear of water था वो मेरे दिमाग में गया था. So it had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. I had decided to learn to swim. The author made a decision. Obviously, when we are 10 to 15 or 16 years old, we all have summer vacations and we all go to learn new things or pursue new hobbies. कोई ड्राइंग के लिए जाता है, गिटार लेसन्स, पियानो लेसन्स, बैलरीना लेसन्स, पेंटिंग लेसन्स, so many activities and so many workshops are there in summer vacations. So obviously the author decided to go to learn to swim. Swimming करने का decide किया उसने. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima. Yakima is a city. Yakima is a city, and YMCA is Young Men's Christian Association. Young Men's Christian Association, obviously it's a congregation or it's a group or it's an association of Christian people. हमारे यहाँ पे भी बहुत सारी जगह किशोर मंडल होते हैं या बॉय स्काउट होते हैं. तो all these are groups of young men, young boys who come together to form an association. So this William Douglas, or the author, was part of YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association. You note it down in your notebook, and while you are writing the answers, if you are producing this full form, it will give an impression on the examiner. So at the YMCA pool, there was a pool at YMCA in the city of Yakima where the author was living that offered exactly the opportunity, chance. तो obviously उस swimming pool ने मुझे एक chance दिया, मुझे एक opportunity दिया, एक option दिया that I can learn swimming here. The Yakima river was treacherous. Treacherous means cheating, cheat or a fraud. person who just cheats on you is called treacherous. तो the river is usually known as treacherous. हम किसी भी water body के लिए ये word use करते हैं treacherous. Treacherous का क्या मतलब होता है? जो धोखेबाज होता है. एक और आता है chicanery. C-H-I-A-C-A-N-E-R-Y. C-H-I-A C-A-N-E-R-Y. Chicanery means धोखा देना. तो obviously जो sea waves होती हैं, जो rivers होती हैं, जो oceans होते हैं, जो ponds और lakes होते हैं, they are treacherous. You might never know which tide would come, which wave would come and knock you down, tumble you down, आपको बहा के ले जाएंगे and you will drown in the water. You might never know. आपको नहीं पता चलेगा that when the river will come or the waves will come and knock you down and take it with you. इसलिए river को treacherous बोला गया है because one person can never know, can never find out that when a wave, a sea wave or a tide will come and knock the person down and take it away or drown him away with it. So obviously the Yakima river is treacherous. उसका बहाव, उसका flow, उसकी जो tides थी वो बहुत हाई और लो में आती थी, वो बहुत फ्लक्चुएट होती थी. सो इट वाज ट्रेचरस, इट वाज अ फ्रॉड, इट वाज अ चीट. Mother continually warned against it and kept fresh in mind the details of each drowning in the river. Mother, the mom of William Douglas, continually means constantly, repeatedly, the mother constantly warned me. मुझे हमेशा वो alert करती थी and what happened against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river. Whenever there is a rainy season in our country or in our city or in our state, we hear lots of news in the newspaper or bulletins or in the news channel as well that so and so people have drowned in the water or they were just enjoying their vacation at the dam or at the waterfall and suddenly the wave came, the enormous, the giant wave came and they were all drowned away. So there are lots of accidents that keep happening near the water bodies, and the mother of William Douglas, the mom of William Douglas, always alerted him, always warned him that so many people drown constantly or continually or repeatedly on everyday basis, regularly in Yakima River. See, Yakima is the city's name, Yakima River is the river's name, और एक पूल आएगा, जो स्विमिंग पूल आएगा उसका नेम होगा ये पूल. तो obviously the author could not go and swim in Yakima River. क्यों? Because the river was called treacherous. So many accidents have happened in the river. So many drowning incidents have happened in the river. And the mother of William Douglas constantly warned him to not to go in the river and swim or take swimming lessons. She warned him, she alerted him कि already इतने accidents उस river में हो चुके हैं, so you should not be going into that river. He was not permitted, he was not allowed by the mother to go in the river and take swimming lessons. So what he did, what option, what other chance did he have? But the YMCA pool was safe. I'm again repeating the full form of YMCA. It is Young Men's Christian Association. Young Men's Christian Association. तो the YMCA pool जो बच्चों के लिए था, जो young men के लिए था, जो Christian children के लिए था, that was quite safe. That was quite secure. It was only 2 to 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other. Obviously, the swimming pools are constructed in that way कि जहाँ shallow end means which is not deep, जो ज़्यादा गहरा नहीं है, उस end पे that was 2 to 3 feet deep. मतलब obviously a normal human being has, an average human being has a height of 5 feet. तो और बच्चे जो होते हैं वो approximately 4 feet, 3 feet तक होते हैं. When Douglas was 10 to 11 years old, he must be at around 3.5 feet or 4 feet tall. So obviously at the shallow end it was 2 to 3 feet, and at the deeper end it went like this. It went like this. The deeper end pe it was 9 feet tall. It was 9 feet tall. Let's take a diagram. Suppose this is the tiles or this is the bottom of the pool, और इस तरीके से वो था. So this is the shallow end. This is the shallow end, which is 2 to 3 feet deep, and this is the deep end, deeper end, which is 9 feet deep. Obviously, this is 9 feet deep. So, jo swimming hogi Douglas ki, that will be happening in this area, the smaller area or the shallow area. So it was 2 to 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and it was 9 feet deep at the other end, at the opposite end, at the contrary end. The drop was gradual. जो वहाँ से कूदते हैं, the drop or the jumping or the hopping of the people was gradual. It was slow. वो ज़्यादा height पे नहीं था. वहाँ पे एक platform बना हुआ होता है. अगर आपने Olympics में भी देखा होगा या फिर आपने कहीं movies में देखा होगा, there's a platform, there's a flexible platform on the swimming pool, and people used to jump from that platform. Here also the platform was built and the drop was gradual, means it was not on much height, it was not on much height, the drop was gradual, it was slow. Gradual means slow. I got a pair of water wings. Water wings is a kind of an instrument or equipment that you use. It's a tool you use to safeguard yourself. जैसे the water wings are actually some kind of instrument that you can use. जो beginners होते हैं, जो learners होते हैं swimming के, जिनको swimming अच्छे से नहीं आती है, they are just beginning to learn, initiating to learn, those people wear water wings. You just imagine from your name, wings मतलब क्या होते हैं? The feathers you can say, or पंख जो होते हैं. तो water wings means to float in the water, to not drown in the water. You have water wings that will help you keep floating in the water. So the author William Douglas had water wings with him so that he will not drown in water, he will not sink in water, and he will be kept floating on the water. He must be swimming in these area because 9 feet जो है वो बहुत deep हो जाता है. It's quite deep. So it's not recommendable to the beginners for swimming to go in this area and learn to swim. So the author William Douglas shall be learning in this area. जो 2 to 3 feet deep होता है, and obviously he was 10 to 11 years old, so he must be really small, he must be really little. I hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs, but I subdued my pride and did it. He was very afraid, he was very averted, he was very reluctant to go into the swimming pool because he had skinny legs, he had thin legs, so that is why he was not willing to go to the pool. But I subdued my pride and did it. But I suppressed my pride. मैंने अपने pride को दबाया और मैं वहाँ चला गया. The author was obviously hesitant, he was reluctant, he was repugnant to go into the swimming pool. वो नहीं जाना चाहता था because he had skinny legs, he had thin legs. Now, moving on. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. Aversion, repulsion. आपने पढ़ा होगा जो magnet होता है, उसमें क्या होता है? The opposite forces attract and the similar forces repel. वो एक दूसरे को avert करते हैं, वो एक दूसरे के against में जाते हैं, पास में नहीं आते हैं, वो दूर जाते हैं. तो he had a repulsion towards water. वो water से दूर distance रखता था. He used to keep distance from the water. Why so? Because I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. This started when I was 3 or 4 years old. अब जो इंसिडेंट बता रहा है वो और ज़्यादा पुराना है. It was when he was a very small kid of 3 or 4 years old. And what happened? My father took me to the beach in California. It was a vacation day. It was a Sunday maybe, or I don't know what it was. But the father of William Douglas took him to the California beach, and what happened there? He and I stood together in the surf. Surf means जहाँ पर वो जो bubbles आते हैं, जहाँ वो effervescence होता है, जहाँ वाटर और सैंड मीट कर रहे हैं, वहां पर विलियम डगलस अपने फादर के साथ में खड़ा था. He grabbed his father. I hung on to him. I hung on to him means he grabbed his father. He clutched his father. He was holding his hands very tightly. Yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me. But the waves came over there. The tides came over there, and they knocked him down. वो जो लहरें वहाँ पे आई, जो sea waves वहाँ पर आई, उसने क्या किया? विलियम डगलस को नॉक आउट कर दिया, उसको टम्बल डाउन कर दिया, उसको नीचे गिरा दिया, and swept all over me and washed him away. उसके ऊपर से होकर वो गुजर गए. Means वो जो छोटा सा kid है, वो जो छोटा सा बच्चा है, वो नीचे गिर गया. He fell into the waves, and the waves washed all over him. I was buried in water. Obviously it seemed like उसकी जो body है वो waves में दफना दी गई है. He's been buried, he's been suffocated in the water. My breath was gone. He was not able to breathe properly, he was not able to inhale and exhale properly. It seemed like his breath was gone because he was underwater. The water was all over him. His body was buried inside the water. ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो अंदर suffocate हो जाएगा. I was frightened, I was afraid, I was really frightened, I was terrorized. My father laughed. Obviously, his father found the situation very funny, very comical. उनको लगा कि मेरा छोटा सा बच्चा जो है वो गिर गया है. It was very funny situation. He laughed hilariously, but there was a terror in my heart at the overpowering forces of the waves. There was a terror inside my heart. There was a horror. There was a fear inside my heart, which was forever instilled. उस टाइम से मुझे डर लगना स्टार्ट हो गया. थोड़ा थोड़ा डर जो है उस टाइम से मेरे मन में इंस्टॉल हो गया, inculcate हो गया. Obviously the William Douglas was really small. He had a faint memory, he had a little memory of those incidents, but उसको इतना पता था कि we went to California Beach. My father was standing, I was standing next to him, holding his hands. A water wave came and it knocked me down, it swept over me, it washed all over me, and I could not breathe properly under water. And from that day onwards, a little fear of water was installed in the heart of William Douglas. We have two questions over here for the homework. What incident happened with Douglas at California Beach, which I just explained. He was with his father, holding his hands. At California Beach, he was 3 or 4 years old, and suddenly a sea wave came, a tide came and knocked him over, swept all over him. It felt like he was buried inside the water. He could not breathe properly. He felt so suffocating, and from that day onward, he was terrorized by the fear of water. Second, why did Douglas's mom not allow him to go to the river? Obviously because the river was treacherous. There were lots of drowning incidents that happened in the river, and that is why his mom did not want him to go to the river. I hope everybody has gotten an overview of what this chapter is all about, and if anyone has any kind of doubt, you can feel free to ping me, and until then I will see you in the next session. Thank you very much. Goodbye.